Box Truck Gang, what up? So today we're going to talk about what kind of box truck you should buy. And before we get into the video, if you have not seen my previous video, I did a video covering how to get a cheaper down payment for your insurance. So if you're looking to, get a truck, or if you're in the process of your MC or DOT going active, then make sure y'all check out that last video, because it's going to save you thousands of dollars when it comes to the down payment on your insurance. I already know y'all heard about, people paying high down payments on their insurance. So make sure y'all go check out that last video. It's definitely going to help you out and save you some money. And if you're getting into the business, if you have not seen my previous videos, go check those out as well. It's a lot of information on the channel. All right, now, so what kind of box truck should you buy? I'm not going to jump too much into the makes and the models of the trucks. I'll touch on it just a little bit, because for one, I'm not that educated about it. But I hear people, really like the Hinos. My whole thing that I don't like about those is they're made, I've heard they're made by like Toyota or something like that, or they're made overseas and they got good engines. But if you break down, or if anything goes wrong with the truck, when it comes to getting parts, it has to get shipped from overseas. So you may be out of commission a little bit longer. I've heard people don't like the internationals. Me, I have an international 4300 Doorstar 2015. I like it. I haven't had no problems with it. I've heard Freightliners are pretty good. I haven't really heard any bad things about those. But for the most part, I've heard if you have a Cummins engine and the Allison transmission combination, then, no matter what the make or the model is, you're pretty much good to go. I've heard bad things about the Max Force engines, so I will recommend to stay away from those. But I also recommend y'all just to do your research, because I haven't done too much research about the Max Force and stuff like that. I heard the little, the bad things they said about them, and I just chose to stay away from them. But let's get into the video about what kind of box truck you should buy. So although these box trucks, they are 26 feet in length, they are not the same size. I know they may look the same, but they're not. And in this business, right, there's two major factors, and that is the hours of service, which is driving 11 hours and 14 hours. And then also, how much can your truck scale? How much can you carry? How much weight can you carry? And, for the box trucks, we can't carry 20, 30,000 pounds. We can only carry combined weight of 26,000 pounds. Now, some people can carry 10,000, some people can carry 9,500, some people can carry 8,000. Everyone can carry different weight. It just depends on what you got in your truck. When it comes to the commodity or, the freight that you're picking up, that ranges in size just as well as all trucks ranges in size. And that's a major factor when it comes to picking up freight, because I say with these box trucks, we're already limited to loads. We're already limited to weight and stuff like that. So, you want to have the biggest dimension truck that you can have, so you can, have access to more loads, because I say some of these pallets or some things you may be picking up, they range in size. So if you are an inch off, whether it be in height or width, it may be a good paying load, and you inches away from a good load, or you inches away from being stuck in a certain area. So I'm just going to break down the dimensions and the sizes of these trucks, and also the makes and the models and how they range in size as well. All right, so the first truck we on measure is a 12 feet 6 inches truck. 12 foot 6 is not the actual dimensions of the door clearance. That's just the height of, I guess going under bridges and stuff like that. All right, so here we are in, this seems kind of small from the width wise. Yeah, I don't know what this is going to be. So we want to measure the inside of this box and see what it is. I know it's a lot shorter than mine. All right, so as you see, this here is 97 inches wide. If you get a little bit closer, from here, from this angle, it looked like this wood, something that sticks out from here. So it looks like it's taking off a little bit of space, but this one is 97 inches wide. With 97 inches wide, the pallets that you, I guess, haul, or whatever you're picking up, it can't be 97 inches wide because you have to have space to get it on and off of the truck. So I would say with a truck like this, you could probably only fit 95, maybe 95, maybe if you take an inch off each side, maybe like 95 inches. Now we're gonna measure the door clearance of this truck. And not every truck will have, like this one, like I say, if you see on the wood, it kind of comes out a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? Now you could have something where this is kind of shaved off and that would give you, it would give you more, I guess, space or inches, but every truck inside is different. So let's measure the door clearance now. This door right here doesn't come all the way down. So normally what I do is I would take a low bar and I would shove the low bar all the way up so that it stays. So whenever you're putting the pallets on the truck, the low, well never mind, you don't need the bar. So we're gonna measure this from the top to the bottom. This is your door clearance. That means, you know, when the forklift comes to bring the pallet on, the pallets can't go, I guess, over this door height right here. So this door clearance right here, it seems like you're gonna be at about 91 inches. So on this truck, 97 wide, 91 at the door. So then we're gonna go measure a different truck with a different size. All right, so this right here, we have Freightliner 13 feet 1 clearance. So of course, if the clearance of the truck is higher, then the opening of the door will be higher as well. I don't know what's gonna be in the inside. It may be 98. It probably could be a little bit longer, but it has the same setup with the wood kind of poking out on each side. So you see right here, that right there, and over here. It looks like it's taking off maybe like an extra inch, maybe 2 inches, I don't know. So we're gonna measure this from side to side. Okay, so as you see, this right here is still about, I don't even want to say, this seems like the same dimensions as the last truck on the roof. I don't even want to say that this is 97. I would really say 96 wide, honestly, like I say, because if you guys look here, 97 is really on the wall. You see, 97 is really up there. Yeah, so I wouldn't even say this is 96 inches wide. I wouldn't even say 97. If you tell them 97, you may get there, and the pallet may be too wide to fit on the truck. So on this truck, you have, I'm gonna say 96 wide. But you do have a taller door clearance. This is way taller, as you guys can see the opening from here. On a 13 feet 1 truck, this is going to be measured at, with it. So this is about 96 feet. You see? All right, so as y'all see, this right here is 96 inches at the door. Right now, I'm at an International, and I'm going to measure the inside so you guys can see the dimensions on the International. All right, so this truck right here is pretty much the same truck I got. It's International 12 feet 7 high. This one does not have a lift gate, but we're gonna go in and we're gonna measure the inside of this truck to see how it differs from a Freightliner. All right, so this is the inside of an International truck. As y'all see with the Freightliners on the side, they had the wood that was, here, but this one doesn't have that extra piece of wood. Like I say, every inch counts. So it had, that extra piece of wood on each side. And, I wouldn't want that just because it's taking up too much. It's unnecessary. You don't need that. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna measure the inside of this truck from side to side. So as y'all see, that International was 98 inches wide, and I didn't bother measuring the door clearance because, like I say, I had that same truck, so I know that is 91 inches at the door. I believe the 12 feet 6 clearance and the 12 feet 7 clearance are 91 inches at the door, and the 13 foot clearance and the 13 foot 1 clearance trucks are 96 inches at the door. But I think they vary in width. As y'all see, the International was 98 inches wide, but that Freightliner was like 96, 97 inches wide. And I don't know if that's for every make for the International or all Freightliners are that wide, you know, but like I say, that 1 inch can be the determining factor of you missing a load or picking up a load. So whenever you guys are buying your trucks, you know, there's some trucks out here that's 101 inches wide, and there's some that are like 101 high. Those are kind of rare. But if you can get your hands on those, you definitely want to get those. Even if you can't get 98 wide and you get 97 or 96 or whatever the case may be, because there's a shortage on trucks, especially with the prices and stuff like that. You know, not everyone can afford, you know, trucks. So you kind of got to take what you can get. But when you get your truck, get your measurements. You want to measure the inside and the height. So we know when you call in to book a load, you know what your truck can carry. Even though it may say 5,000 pounds on our load, that load may be 98 inches wide or 99 inches wide. And you know, you may get to, you know, the receiver or the shipper or whoever, and you know, you can't put that on your truck because the dimensions are off. You know, so make sure you guys know the dimensions of not just your truck, but know the dimensions of what you're picking up when you call these brokers. Also, if you could find a truck that has swing doors, you definitely want to get that. I'm gonna show you guys here. So the swing doors, they go to the top, right? So the swing door kind of goes all the way up there, and you know, you have an extra what, maybe 5 or 6 inches of door clearance. But as for the roll-up door, it only stops right here. So I'm a huge fan of the swing doors. If you guys can find those, you know, definitely you want to get one of those. But like I say, with the shortage of trucks, it's kind of hard to really be picky these days, especially with the prices and stuff like that. So whatever you can get your hands on, know the dimensions. You know, if you have options to get certain trucks based off of, like, let's say if you're shopping for a truck and they're all like 45,000, 50,000, do the measurements, right? Do the measurements and see which one will be more beneficial, because they may be all 50,000, but one may be 98 wide, one may be 97 wide, one may be 91 door clearance, one may be 96 door clearance. And you want to go with, let's say, the one that's going to give you access to more loads. Even if it's just a couple thousand more, I'm trying to tell you, I'm gonna post, you know, a screenshot of a broker, you know, asking for the dimensions on a load. And like I say, it's some loads I'll be missing out on that'd be good paying loads, but they need a 96 door clearance. And like I say, my truck is only 12 feet 7, so the next truck I do get will be 13 feet 1 clearance and 96 door clearance, because I'll be missing out on loads. So that's the end of this video. I'll holler at you guys pretty soon.